Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. I hope you're all good today. Welcome to this live stream from Hugo's desk once again. I kind of told this last time. Apologize I didn't do it last week, but we're still pretty tired from FMX. FMX was quite intense, and I still stayed a few days in Stuttgart. Please do let me know if the sound is good. I'm always a bit unsure because we had this weird problem with the sound once, and I'm always a bit afraid of it. But yeah, thank you so much to so many people that I know on the chat. Thank you so much for being here. So today we have a pretty special stream. We are going to do some Nuke compositing. We're also having some giveaways, and we're going to do a redirect. For those of you that don't know what that is that we are going to jump to another stream. So this is the equivalent of the raid, which we used to do on Twitch. On Twitch, we used to raid other channels years ago when I was still streaming on Twitch. So we're gonna do that this today. We're gonna do a redirect to Victor Perez stream on the Foundry's YouTube channel, which is going to be at 6. So it's going to be exactly in like around 3 hours or so. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be here, and don't worry to jump to Victor's stream. So everyone on my stream will automatically be redirected to Victor's stream. And I'm going to ask this a few times, but during the stream, when you jump into the Foundry stream, be sure to say that you came from Hugo's Desk stream. This is important for me because I just want to make sure our community is seen on that stream, and I like that we kind of jump in and help and support Victor's endeavor. Victor is always doing so many nice streams every Tuesday. So I really recommend you checking that out. So the stream I'm referring to is this one. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see it. That's the stream that I'm talking about. So around 2 hours and 45 minutes, we're gonna be doing a redirect to Victor's stream. So Victor Perez, you all know him. He does streams every Tuesday. So he's going to be doing a live stream about Copycat. He's actually going to showcase a project he's currently doing. So this project, this is a really cool thing because this project is not even out yet. He's still working on this film, and he's going to be showing all of us live views from the film. Switching off something there. So stick around on the stream. We're going to be redirecting to Victor. Now, Victor needs no reintroduction. Don't forget to follow Victor. I'm going to just post the link that has all the links from Victor. And as you know, Victor has been doing streams every Tuesday on YouTube. Be sure to check them out. And I guess the most important thing I wanted to shout out for Victor today is that Victor has a really good book called The Color Management Handbook. I actually have it here. I'm very lucky to have a copy, and also I have a signed copy from Victor when he was here on my stream live. So don't forget that he has this amazing book about color management, about ACEs. It's on Amazon. It's for sale on Amazon and Barnes and Noble as well. And yeah, I can't recommend enough. If you need help on color space, if you need help on ACEs, you be sure to buy this book. It's not even that big. You also have a digital version, although as you know, I prefer I prefer real physical media, as you probably noticed on my office. You probably already know, I'm surrounded by physical media everywhere. But yeah, be sure to support Victor's book. It's really good. And support this stream as well. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We're going to be live and we're going to redirect to his stream. Now, since I'm talking about books, I just wanted to mention real quick before and afters, which he has this. Ian Fales has been doing these magazines for years now. This is number 17, which is featuring the creator. And this is an amazing magazine. You know, we all know we are missing Cinefx for a long time. If you really like Cinefx and if you miss Cinefx, really would advise you to give this a go. This feature, for example, this is from this month. You can buy it on Amazon, on any Amazon. It's all about on-set supervision, which is great. So keep that in mind. You know, it's really good magazine. You just need to go to his website. I'm gonna put his website here on the screen so that you can see it. And that way you get it there. So yeah, so there's 17 issues. Be sure to collect them all. Before and Afters is an amazing magazine. And yeah, and I guess since I'm on the topic of books, really don't forget also that there's a brand new book from my wife. If you like good food, vegan and vegetarian food, you don't need to be vegan or vegetarian to enjoy this book. This is a really, really great book, and I'm very proud to have been part of it. I worked on some of the photos and some of the design with Anna as well. I'm extremely proud of her. I'm really always like telling everyone to have a look, because if you like good food, and of course I know I'm biased because I'm his husband, and of course I've eaten all the food already. But really, if you like good food, you should really check it out. It's a really good book. So yeah, I guess this is like our little small intro about books. I feel like I used to do, I have all three here. Before and Afters, Green Recipes, and Victor's Color Management. What a combination. You can be doing color space management while eating good food. It's a great combination. But yeah, I guess I kind of miss doing the book club. You remember that I used to do this on Twitch. Used to do these streams. People really love them. At least I got a really good feedback. And by the way, before I forget, I was announcing Anna's book, and I forgot to put the link. So if you're interested on good food, the book is available on Amazon UK, Amazon US, Amazon India, France, Spain, Italy. I'm not going to put all the links there. You can find it on Amazon by the name. So just check it out if you like good food and you want to support a self-published book. Go for it. I put the links on all of them there for Victor, for before, and for Anna's book as well. But yeah, I guess I'm missing the book club. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing the book club. It was really nice. And as you know, I have a lot of books and I have a lot of stuff here on my office. I really need to go in and do the book streams again. Okay, so I think I'm done with promoting shamelessly myself and others as well. I just wanted to let everyone know that this stream is brought to you by Foundry, as you probably noticed. And Foundry is supporting these streams. Thank you so much, Foundry, for supporting the streams. Thank you so much, Elise, Christian, and Jan, for supporting my channel for so long. It's really, really appreciated. And of course, as you all know, we have a giveaway because of the Foundry. So the Foundry is always giving us great giveaways. So we're doing a free Nuke Indie license on the end of the stream. So stick around to the end. We're going to be doing the giveaway at the end for one Nuke Indie license, which is worth £500. So I'm also going to be doing during the stream, about halfway through probably, I'll be doing my own Nuke course giveaway as well. As you know, I always give away one course and I always give away one Nuke Indie license. But yeah, I guess with that in mind, I just wanted to leave you with a really quick trailer for the Foundry's learning page. They've been doing amazing work on that front, and because they support the channel, just wanted to leave you with that. So I'll leave you with the trailer, really short one. I'll be right back, and enjoy.
Foundry's Nuke is the industry standard tool for compositing in the film and TV industry. We've produced and curated all the essential resources for learning Nuke and preparing you for the profession, as well as recommendations for other training resources. You'll learn compositing fundamentals, rotoscoping, keying, tracking objects, color management, 3D compositing, and much more. Our objective is to empower artists with all the knowledge they need to push their skills to the next level. Jump in and start learning today.
Okay. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning. It's really hot in London today. I don't know why. It's really sunny. It's really hot. I hope you don't mind. Is it too bad to hear the air conditioning? I hope you can't hear it. Hope the noise isn't really bad. So if it is, if the noise is really annoying you, you do let me know and I can switch it off and just keep turning it on once in a while. But yeah, do let me know if the air conditioning is too annoying in terms of sound. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? I'm not sure if you can hear it, actually. Or maybe you can, but it's not annoying. I hope it's not annoying. Hope not. Okay, so today it's the Nuke deconstruction session. Remember, we do streams every week. Of course, I didn't do it last week and the week before because I was at FMX. And by the way, the FMX episode of the VFX Notes Podcast was wonderful. And I'll be posting it... on YouTube soon, once the VOD is done for FMX. As you know, FMX always keeps the VOD for a while on their website, so that if you have a ticket for FMX, then you can watch the videos there. And so I have to wait for them to be over with their VOD, and then I will release my talk at FMX. Which was wonderful. It was also great to meet some of my students, and it was great to also meet a lot of people from the industry over there. And yeah, we had a great time. I'll do this real quick. So I was very, very happy to be there with Ian, of course, and I was also very happy to be with Anna, with my wife, for the first time at one of these festivals. It was wonderful to be there with her. It was great, and we had a lot of good time in the parties and dinners, and also on the conferences. And of course, we had legend Michael Fink on the podcast. So this is the podcast episode I did with Ian Files and with Mike Fink. He's the Oscar winner of Golden Compass and also Oscar nominee for Batman Returns. And so it was wonderful to be there with him. And we had a fantastic session. It will be on my YouTube channel soon as a podcast episode. So it was great. I really had a wonderful time there at FMX. And I also did a really good session called The State of the Industry. And this session, of course, is not recorded because it's a very honest and very, very on-your-face session about the state of the industry. We talked about unions, and we talked about AI, and we talked about the problems of employment and all the issues that are plaguing the industry right now. And this really gave me an excellent idea to actually be part and to make something here live on YouTube. I really want to do a live stream with guests so we can talk about the state of the industry. And it's going to be, I guess, like a town hall. You know, that's my idea, is to make like a town hall, have several guests. And I want to talk about employment, and I want to talk about I used to do this on Twitch, but it was like a radio show, but I want to do like a town hall meeting with the community as well. They can come in and talk as well. And I want to talk about the no CGI problems. I want to talk about the unions problems and the state of the industry right now, AI as well. So I really want to be sure to do that. But yeah, it was great. I was super happy to be there. I guess I also had the pleasure. I think it's on my Instagram. It was great also to be there and meet Jonas from the amazing no CGI, invisible CGI videos. And I actually have a photo of him, and that's Anna. That's my wife. Lovely. She was there on the event with me. And I think I have a photo. Yeah, there we go. There is Jonas. So it was wonderful to be on his session as well. And he actually premiered episode 4 of the No CGI is just invisible visual effects CGI on the FMX. It was great. So I'm gonna have Jonas on the stream as well on that kind of like town hall kind of stream. I used to do them on Twitch and I really enjoyed them. It was really a great, honest conversation that we used to have there. So I want to like bring that into YouTube and see what happens. And that's it. I don't want to like say anything else more. So we're gonna go and jump into Nuke. Remember we were deconstructing the Walking Dead cinematic that I directed for Fire Without Smoke, and we're going to continue deconstructing that cinematic today. We have until 6 here. Remember that at 6 we are going to join and redirect to Victor Perez stream. Don't worry, you can stay here and then we can redirect directly there. And don't forget, please don't forget to mention on the comments during a stream that you came from Hugo's desk. I love to keep that tradition. Now, today, also, I want to have questions. Okay, so if you have questions, keep them coming. I'm going to, like, actually show you something that the Foundry gave me while I was at FMX. I'll show you. And I got, like, this pin. You see that pin? That's Ask Me About Nuke. So I thought this pin was great, and so I'm now wearing it during my streams. And if you have questions about Nuke, there you go. So, yeah, so I just wanted to like mention that because I had a lot of Q&A last time and I didn't get to it. But this time we have quite a lot of time because we are going to be here until 6 and we have 2 shots to go through. And so it's good if we have some questions coming. So if you have questions, please keep them coming, okay? And I guess we already have our first question. Let's go for this. So I'm gonna put my desktop here. So remember, today we're gonna continue with the deconstruction of this project. This is probably the last stream I'm gonna be doing about this project because I want to move on to the Zeiss project, which has live action as well. So this is going to be probably the last stream that we're going to be opening shots from here. But yeah, I guess let's get going with this. The first question I have here is, what's the name of the node for PS files in Nuke? You named it last stream, but I don't remember. Here's the thing. This is very awkward, but that node, and this is the shot we're going to go through today, that node actually doesn't exist visibly inside of Nuke. So this node only exists if you drag a Photoshop file into Nuke, and I'm going to... Where's the Photoshop file? Photoshop file is here. Yeah. So if you drag a Photoshop file, a PSD file, directly into Nuke, then it opens like that. It opens that node. Basically, it's a read node that has this option below called breakout layers. And so this is where you do the breakout, and that's where you saw that new merge node. I can see my wife is on the chat there. You just miss me promoting your book. But thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. But okay, so as I was saying, the way that you access that merge node, you need to actually bring in a Photoshop file, and then you basically bring it there, and then you click this button, breakout layers, and then you click on it, and it opens up this messy thing. Look at that. It's like a huge messy thing. And as you notice really quickly here, I'm going to just copy paste this to show you, there is this new merge node called the PSDMerge, and this is nothing more than like a gizmo, really, to be honest. It's not much more than that. And the biggest difference, really, is if you notice, is that, you know, the merge node has all these options for channels and for ABC, and it's mainly built for the shuffle and channel pipeline of Nuke. And so it's not really meant for Photoshop files. Now, the Photoshop behavior is different because it has different operations. So I don't think I can open them at the same time. But you see, these are the mathematical operations that you have on the merge node. Now, on the PSDMerge, you have the same operations, but there are a few that are renamed. And so they kind of like give you more parity with Photoshop. So if you're a Photoshop artist, at least you know the names of them, because as a Photoshop artist, the person might not be, might not know what an XOR is, or might not know what a geometric is. But if you go here, you have the exact names of the blending modes of Photoshop. So that's how you get it. And the other thing is also to keep in mind is that it usually functions in sRGB color space. Of course, if you don't want, you need to untick that box. And that's really because Photoshop is, let's face it, it's a sRGB application. As much as it supports ICEs and do this or that, it doesn't really support ICEs. It does, but it kind of doesn't. And so they need to kind of like really do. And also don't forget that the methodology is a bit different, because you see it creates all these shuffles. And for example, I'll give an idea. If we go, for example, here to the ground, you see you get the ground, but you get the ground as a full image, because all this Photoshop file is, it has all the layers that you have inside of Photoshop. And it just shuffles it without actually putting, where's the ground? The ground was here. It doesn't really pre-multiply it. And as you can see here, it gets cropped, but then the merge makes the pre-multiplication inside this merge node. So if you want to pre-mult, you would have to like use, sorry, fat fingers. If you have to pre-mult, you need to do here, and that's the way you do a pre-mult. But remember that the PSDMerge node also has a built-in pre-mult, so be careful, because it might pre-mult twice, so you need to be careful with that, because the pre-mult is happening actually inside here. It's a bit dubious, this node. I don't even think this node exists on the merge menu. Does it? I don't think so. Yeah, it's not here. I don't know why it's not here on the list. I need to ask the Foundry about that. Maybe someone knows. I don't know if the Foundry is watching, but they should put it there. Not sure why it's not there. Even if you tab, does it show up? Oh, it doesn't even show up if you tab it. That's weird. You see? It doesn't even show up as a node. That is really strange. Does it show up if I do this? That is so strange that it's not even... Okay, so okay. So for those of you that need the node by itself without... I didn't even know that. If you need to... I guess this question became a big answer, sorry. But I see people on the chat saying they didn't know this, so at least they know something today. That's why ask about Nuke. Here it is. So I guess you could press X, which opens up the command line, and then the quick command line, and then you can I guess it's a TCL script, because it's not Python. And if you type PSDMerge and you press OK, then it shows up. So that's one way of doing it. But again, I'm not sure why this is not part of the menus. I don't know. I don't really know why it's not part of the menus. But anyway. Another way of showing it and having it visible is if you go in here to the little box of toys and you go to all plugins and then do update, then you should also see it, I hope. So if you do update, it takes a while to read the entire Gizmo folder, and now it should show up. Yeah, it does. You see, now it's there. So actually it has a shortcut, which is P. No, it's not P. Okay, that's weird. Because if you put PSDMerge, you see there, it says P, but it's actually not to P. That is very peculiar. Not sure what's going on here. It's a bit weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're going through a lot of questions. So, yeah, don't forget, ask me anything. If you have any more questions, do let me know. I don't know if there's any more questions there. Quick question. Oh, yeah, Ethan David. So, yeah, previously the other question was from Roro Piroro. I hope that's how I pronounce your name. Yeah, he was the one asking about the PSD file for Nuke. The next question I have is Ethan Davis. And Ethan Davis asks, quick question. Do you use the PreComp node in the industry, or is it just better alternative? I found the PreComp to be a bit confusing. Maybe there's a video you've done. No, I've never done a video about the PreComp because I don't use the PreComp node. I don't think I've ever used it. I tend to do my own pre-comps with my own pipeline, as I've featured my pipeline on my channel multiple times. I have a pipeline thing going on my. I can't open it now because I don't have it open. But let me just show you real quick. So I think the pre-comp node is just a bit awkward. So I'm gonna just open up this launch scripter here and just show you what I mean. Just a second. So it's on Nuke 15. No, I think it's on Nuke 14. That's right. I haven't updated my pipeline to Nuke 15, I believe. Don't think I did. No, I did not. So it's only running on Nuke 14. It's not running on Nuke 15 yet. So give me just a second. This is nice. Answering questions. This is nice. Okay, so let's see here. So yeah, so this is my pipeline, and you see when I have a scene here and I do save as, this is like all, basically it's how I do my own folder structure. And so if I do save as, well, I don't have a project yet. So yeah, that's right. I need to open, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up a project that I have running right now. I can't show you the shots, but I can just open the script, I guess. And I should be able to open it from here. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, that's not the one. Sorry, that's the one. Sorry. Susanna Di Martino asks, which would you say are the top 3 nodes you use more often at work and why? Thank you. That is a great question, Susanna. I'll get to you in a second. Let me just open this first. It's not opening though. Why is that? Well, my answer to this question is taking some time, isn't it? I do apologize for that. Maybe I'll open the Zeiss. Yeah, maybe I do that. I'm sure the Zeiss project opens. I haven't opened the Zeiss project in a while, but hopefully it works. Yeah, I'll get to your question in a minute, Susanna. And don't be shy. Keep asking questions. Today is going to be very free flow. We have about 2 hours and a half before we jump in raid Victor's stream. So, okay, so this is the Zeiss project. So this one, yeah, there you go. So this is my pipeline, as I was telling you. This is basically like a custom-made pipeline which opens comps or pre-comps. And so, for example, if I go here and I believe it's 170. Yeah, so that's the version 40. Sorry. I'm going to open version 48, which is the last one. I'm going to just open that up. Yeah, so this is now the final script of that shot. And this is, by the way, is the shot I'm going to deconstruct later after, after we finish this batch of deconstruction. So that's the script, which is quite heavy, but I don't think it's loaded. Yeah, there we go. This is an ACES project, by the way. That's just a CG. And you see, this is the main comp, and I was working with Bjorn. I was working with my partner of compositing, partner in crime, I guess. We both do compositing together, and we were working on the project. And so this is the main script, which is called comp, and of course, after all this shenanigan, that's the final shot of the dude walking around here. And then at the end, we have me here. Look, that's me. I'm showing myself on my own video. So yeah, so that's the main project. But if you open up my open scene, you see I also have tasks. You see, for example, I have a script just for CG, a script just for cleanup, a script just for comp, and a script just for matte. So for example, if I go to the cleanup script, which is the keying in Roto, I can open that one. And so instead of having pre-comps, I just have multiple scripts for several things. And so we'll go into this when we deconstruct this project next. But I guess that's the idea here. So if I, for example, here go, let's see here, just a second. It's loading. It takes a while to load. Being a compositor is all about being patient, I guess. So this is the keying and rotoscoping script, which has been rendered. So this is all the key, and then at some point, see, this is a separate script. So this would be what we would call the pre-comp, and then we render it. We render it as an EXR, and of course, I think it's not this one. It's that one. This is the EXR in ACES, ACES 2065 -1. And so this is rendered in zip 1 so that it's not compressed. And then once this is rendered, then I also have other parts that are rendered from this script. You see I have other sections here, like just the ground or just the isolated pixels of the floor. I have just the plate of the projection. I have some keying here. You see, I have like multiple sections that were rendered for us to do the roto for this. And then if you go to my final script, you'll see that I load them here. So they would be, that's the foreground. Where would it be? I think it's just, give me just a second. So try to get my bearings here. I think it's this one. Yeah, so there you go. So that's just the pre-comp with the roto already done in the key. That is, of course, some adjustments. And I believe there's more here, like a shadow as well that has been done in roto. And so in reality, that's what I do with the pre-comp. I don't use the pre-comp node in Nuke. I use my own script separately. And I do apologize if it took me forever to answer that question. I'm trying my best, okay? And so that's it. I'm gonna close this down because this is a surprise. We're gonna go through this script later, not today. That's the next project we're gonna be deconstructing. So keep an eye on my screens because I am going to do that. Now, to answer Susanna's question, I would say that, I don't know, like the best, my favorite 3 nodes. I mean, I must say that it has to be the grade node, has to be my favorite by far, because the grade node is just like amazing. I mean, it's so complex and so competent, but also so simple. I love the way, and in fact, the still to this day, the way I color correct anything, it comes through this level, of black point and white points and lift and gains and multiplies, which is all very similar to Lightroom, all very similar to Photoshop. And I love the grade node. I really think that Foundry, not really Foundry, because of course the grade node, apologies for saying this, but the grade node wasn't invented by Foundry, of course. The grade node was invented by who created Nuke, and Nuke was created by the amazing engineers and artists at Digital Domain. And so Digital Domain was the one that created this node, because this node has been there from the very beginning. I love this node. I think it's a really classy, simple piece of programming that was made here. It's probably one of the best nodes I've ever seen in my life. So that's definitely on my top 3 nodes for sure. Then I would say that not really a native node, but I love this node. This is the Lumipictures gray node. Again, Susanna, keep in mind, Susanna, that I have a lot of nodes that I like. So doing a top 3, and actually, by the way, what you just suggested is a great video, isn't it? I need to do that as a video, I guess. It would be a great video to just like showcase my favorite nodes and why. A long time ago, I had this wonderful idea of making a series of videos called A to Z of Nuke, and I would just basically do these 5-minute videos, which would be, you would start with like a roller of text, like, and then I would do Z, and then I would talk about a node that starts with Z, and then it would be C, and I would start with the node of C. So eventually we would have like hundreds of videos with one for the blur node and one for the color corrector and one for the grade node. I always had this idea of doing that, but I never did that. I'll put it on the list of another thing I did not do. the projects that we all want to do, but we never get to do them. Sad face. It is difficult to do whatever we want. It's very difficult. Anyway, getting back to this. So the Luma Picture grain node is by far my favorite grain node. And just because of its simplicity, it just divides the grain in highs, minimums, and softs and irregularity. I just love the way it works. I really enjoy this node. I think it's also definitely on my top 3 for sure. And I guess what else? I don't know. I have so many nodes I like. I like the shuffle. I know everyone hates the shuffle, but I do like the shuffle quite a lot. Let's go through a few nodes here and see if I can see. Yeah, definitely I love the shuffle node. I guess merge node is also very nice. The camera tracker is amazing. The camera tracker is really good. In fact, I've used the camera tracker multiple times to do full tracks of shots that should not be done with the camera tracker. I don't know. I guess I would say those would be my favorite ones. And I guess these days, I really like the bokeh node. I think the bokeh node is an achievement. Obviously, this used to be from PG Pellegrini, and they used to do these nodes, and I just find the bokeh node outstanding. Mainly, the bokeh node is outstanding for me because it has this thing. It allows you to put the real lens, the real f-stop, the actual scale, and even the fill format of your sensor. And this is just outstanding. Yeah, I love those. So I'm not going to keep going. I guess that's it, Susanna. I guess I like those 3 quite a lot. Okay, so we answered Susanna's question. Let's see if there's more questions here. So, okay, so Nikita's asking, Mr. Hugo. Oh my God, you make me sound so old. You don't need to say Mr. Hugo. I don't think anyone has called me Mr. But I guess I have white hair now, so I guess I am a Mr. So Nikita, thank you so much for the question. Asks me, Mr. Hugo, how helpful is it to learn Python for Nuke? Most of the jobs I come across expect some knowledge of Python, but if the studios have a pipeline TD, what is the artist expected to write program? So I'm sure it's going to be controversial what I'm going to say. So brace yourselves, I guess. I really would say that from the very beginning, I did some scripts and some gizmos in my time, especially when I started my career. When, I've been using Nuke since 2005. So it's been 19 years since I've used Nuke. And at the very beginning, there wasn't any Python. At the very beginning, 19 years ago, when it was still part of Digital Domain, and then it became, I believe it became Nuke in 2007, I believe. And so I used to do scripts on TCL and wrote a few gizmos. I was terrible at it because I'm an artist. I'm really bad at programming, really bad at coding. And that was it, really. At the very beginning of my career, I did some gizmos, I did some scripts, and then I never, ever did Python ever again. You know why? Because I suck at it. And so, because I suck at Python and programming and language of programming, I prefer to either hire a person that knows how to do it or hire a better artist than me to do it. As you all know, visual effects is a team effort. And so when you don't know something, because it is impossible. I can tell you that it's literally impossible for you to know everything. Like, and anyone that tells you that they know everything, they're lying, because they don't know everything. Even me, I've been using Nuke for 19 years, and there is a lot of things that I don't know. I mean, I just discovered something I didn't know. I didn't know that you could get the PSDMerge with X. I had no idea that you could do that. I had no idea until now that if you press X, open up the command and put PSDMerge node, that you could do that. I had no idea. And so I'm always learning every day things. And so in my entire career, which, to be fair, it's been mostly commercials, and it's been mostly cinematics, and it's been mostly short films and music videos, I have never worked in film ever in my life. For choice, that was my choice. I never been interested in working in film. As you probably noticed, I love to work in highly stylized projects, and I really like to direct my own things. And so I'm a control freak, so I prefer to direct my own things. And if I'm going to direct my own things, then I'm never going to work in film, because obviously if I'm directing a film, I'm not going to be comping myself. And so I've never used Phyton really in any meaningful way, and my career went well. I mean, I managed to become the head of Nuke Compositing at the mill. I became a VFX supervisor at the mill, at Sony, at Fire.Smoke, multiple places, at Rebellion. And so I was a lead compositor at Nexus. I composite for Jellyfish. My career has been going for 20 years, and I've never really needed Phyton. And that's why I was saying that it was a bit controversial, because I'm not saying that you shouldn't know, of course. If you have the brain for it, you should go for it. I just don't have the brain for it. I'm much more of an artistic compositor. So I guess, I'm sure if Victor was here, you would disagree with me, I'm sure, because Victor is much more technical than me, by far. I'm not that technical at all. I just wing things. I'm a winger. I just wing it until I get it to work. And it's always been my approach to art and my approach to compositing, because in my view, the final result is the most important part, and the process of getting there is actually not the most important part. And so it's the final result that is the most important part. And I think sometimes people forget that. So having said that, I have never needed Phyton, but that's because I've had a mostly commercial career. If I was in film, I probably would have to learn it. My advice to young people would be to know some of Phyton. I mean, even my own course, the course I sell, has some Phyton classes. I'm not doing the classes, of course. I have Justin Desert. He's doing the classes. I've hired someone to do it for me. So I would advise you to should always learn a little bit of Phyton, and learn enough for you to get around and to be better than me, because I should know a bit more. But don't be too dissuaded if you see a job opening that says that you need to know Phyton, because the reality is that you don't need to be a programmer to do compositing, okay? Because like you said, just like you said, Nikita, there are TDs in the company, and so the company itself will have people to sort that out. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm talking way too much today. I do apologize for that. I hope we get to the shots, and I hope you're not disappointed that we're doing so much Q&A. I really hope not. But I felt a bit of sad last time that there was so many questions and I never got to them. And that's why I kind of felt that I wanted to be a bit better at that. Okay, let's see here. So I hope that answered your question, Nikita. So Swicker asks, not related to Nuke, but just wanted to hear the answer from you, Hugo. What is the condition of family side, in a sense of spending time with family, of great supervisors like you, Joe Letteri? Okay. Do you mean this is Joe Letteri writing? Is it you, Joe Letteri, or is it like you're quoting Joe Letteri? I'm not sure what that means. If it is you, Joe Letteri, then congratulations. You are an amazing supervisor, and I really am a big fan of your work. So I guess the answer, to be honest, is that visual effects supervision makes a huge toll on your family and your career, for sure, in your personal life. And that is one of the reasons why I left the mill. One of the many reasons. I left the mill because, and I was very successful there, and I had a good career, and I was probably going to become a creative director if I would have stayed there. It's just that I was always at the office. I had no time for my life. I had no time for my wife. I had no time for my pets. I had no time for my personal things and my hobbies because I was always at the company. And I kind of felt that I had to stop that. And so definitely family is not very easy to handle while you're a supervisor because of the long hours, and especially because of the hard deadlines, and also the constant traveling, to go on set. And so I guess my answer would be that it is hard, definitely. And I made my own choices. I live at my house and I work from home, and I avoid doing long projects that would take me out of my family with Anna, taking me out of being near my wife. And so I just prefer to do small projects. This is why I don't work in film. I think film is too long, and I can't imagine myself being on set on a film for like a month, except if I was directing the film or if I was there with my family. So for example, if I was on set and maybe my wife would be joining me to help me with photography or helping me with VFX, then yes, maybe I would have a different approach because it's just the two of us, really. And so if I could be with her there, maybe then that would be a different conversation, of course. Well, we've been going for an hour already. I do apologize for that. So I hope that answers your question, Joe Letteri. I hope you're not Joe Letteri. Okay, so let's see here. Kans asks, I miss your Just Have to Be Better videos. Yeah, I know, but it's hard to make them. I'm not focused on that right now. I'm focused on my podcast, and I am doing these live streams. So let's see here. The glow node. Yes, GLM. I do love the glow node. Let's see here. Hi, Hugo. Do you have... Bruno asks, hi, Hugo. Do you have advice for the first day as your junior composer in an advertising department in a big company? Wow, that's a big question, Bruno. Don't even know how to do that. I guess my biggest advice would be to over-deliver. That's always my advice for juniors. If you want to make a mark in a company that you're working, you need to deliver beyond the expectations. So if you are expected to deliver a high-quality shot, make sure it's even better than they are expecting. So over-delivering is usually the best approach for you to keeping your job. I would advise you that. There's many advices I could give you. But yeah, I'll get back to the questions in a second. We've been going for an hour already. So remember what I said on the beginning of the stream. Don't go anywhere. We are going to do a raid. We're going to do a redirect to Victor Perez stream. So remember, Victor is doing a live stream for the Foundry in about 2 hours, and we are going to be raiding this stream. Okay, so don't go anywhere, because anyone on my stream will be automatically redirected to Victor's stream. And I would ask you a huge favor if you could write on this chat that you came from Hugo's desk. It would mean a lot to me, because it would show our support to Victor. Victor is an amazing artist, making an amazing streams on live on YouTube, and he's giving so much to the industry, and I really want to support him as much as I can. But yeah, don't forget that we are going to redirect to Copycat with Victor Perez in about 2 hours. So I'm going to do a break now. I'm going to get the green cola and then answer some more questions and hopefully open a shot, because I really want to open a shot. If you are all really upset that I'm not opening the shots and you don't enjoy my questions and answers, do please give me some feedback. I would love to know your feedback. Okay, so I'll be right back. 10 minutes as always, and I'll see you all very soon. In the meantime, I'm going to do something I've never done before, which is during the break, I'm going to do a commercial. So I'm going to run the Foundries commercial during the break. And I'm also going to run the commercial for my new book from my wife, Anna, as well. So I kind of figured that if you're sticking around, you can always watch the commercials if you want to watch. But it will be a 10-minute break. And don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue with some questions. We'll continue some compositing, and I'll be right back. So yeah, I'll be right back. See you very soon.
Foundry's Nuke is the industry standard tool for compositing in the film and TV industry. We've produced and curated all the essential resources for learning Nuke and preparing you for the profession, as well as recommendations for other training resources. You'll learn compositing fundamentals, rotoscoping, keying, tracking objects, color management, 3D compositing, and much more. Our objective is to empower artists with all the knowledge they need to push their skills to the next level. Jump in and start learning today.
Hello everyone! I'm super excited to give you a glimpse of my first cookbook, Green Recipes for All, featuring over 50 dishes inspired by amazing Mediterranean foods. Inside you can find recipes made with a variety of fresh, healthy and versatile ingredients and popular plant-based products. These are great choices whether you already follow a plant-based diet or simply wish to cook a few weekly meat-free meals to reduce your overall meat consumption. In the book, you'll find a wide range of new and exclusive recipes, from soups and big salads to main courses and desserts, as well as some of the most popular recipes here on my channel, such as the perfectly cooked non-stick rice or the tabbouleh-style bulgur and mixed bean salad. Not forgetting a new version of the delicious tofu chocolate mousse. So, if you'd like to have a look at my book and try some of the recipes, just visit any Amazon marketplace and order a copy, which is available in hardcover, paperback or digital formats. Hope you enjoyed the book, have fun cooking, and see you next time.
Okay, we are back. So, thank you so much for still sticking around. As promised, I'm gonna open my green cola because it's so hot here on this in this office. I can't believe it. Now, I keep saying this on every stream. I am not sponsored by Green Cola. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone knows that I'm not sponsored by Green Cola. They've never paid me. In fact, I buy the Cokes myself on Amazon. I just love them a lot, and I just think it's amazing, and it's really good for your teeth. It doesn't have any of the problems that you get, all the acids that break your enamel and all the breaking of the teeth. It's very organic, and that's why I love it so much. Now, I have no idea where you can find it. Don't ask me that, because again, I'm not paid by them, but I am going to open one live as I usually do. It's a tradition now. Okay. Here it is, the green cola. You want to hear it? Here it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the perfect cola for green screen. Okay. I am back at my desk. So, I think I enjoyed this quite a lot. When I do this 10-minute break and I go and stretch my legs and drink some water and go downstairs and, and you guys also all go and have a coffee. I like this idea of having commercials on the 10 minutes, so I hope you enjoyed that. I've put the commercial for the founder and also the commercial for the book of my wife. If you enjoy good food, so it's gonna be nice. I think I like this idea of putting. Maybe I'll put a before and after commercial as well. I'll put a podcast commercial as well. So I do need to contact Green Cola, don't I? I really think I should. Okay, so we're here for some compositing, but unfortunately, ever since I put this pin, I've just been getting questions, and I do apologize if anyone is a bit upset that I'm just answering questions. I hope not. I always feel like I never answer enough questions, and there's also so many people asking questions. I think we're almost done with the questions anyway. So we'll be in the script. And don't forget, we are going to go to Victor Perez stream. Don't worry. We're not going to miss it for anything at all, so we will go to a stream. We're gonna do a redirect, which is a raid, really, to be honest. So okay, I'm gonna just go back here because there was a few questions that I've missed. Let's see here. So now, oh my God, so many questions. I have to go all the way back. Apologies. I need to scroll a little bit. You guys are talking way too fast. Let's see if I can find the questions. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. If I've missed any question, just please rewrite the question, okay? I'll try to pick up all of them. So, Shahab P asks, "Hi Hugo, what do you think about the current hiring in the industry? I work remotely from Turkey and I'm having a hard time to find a job for the past 4 months. When do you think it's back to normal, or will it get back?" This is a great question. We talked a lot about this at FMX at the State of the Industry stream, and I'm not sure it's going to be anytime soon. I think it's going to take a while. We're still kind of in the midst of a big storm of problems. We had the strikes, and then we have the living crisis. We have high inflation. Companies are getting rid of a lot of staff because they've realized they've hired too many people. There's also the lingering of AI as well. And so I would really advise you to learn new skills and also learn other things to do, because I'm not sure I think it's gonna take a while until it's gonna get back. So maybe consider other sources of revenue while you're waiting. This is always an advice I give to everyone. If you know compositing, maybe learn how to be an editor. If you know compositing, maybe learn how to be a photographer. Maybe learn how to be, any other task that could also be done with software and computing could also be a good way. Or maybe if you're good at teaching, maybe you can start teaching, open a YouTube channel. You can always do other things while we're waiting. But it is complicated right now. Okay, so GLM says, like Alexander Richer, friend of the show. Thank you so much for Alexander. I hope you're good. I don't know if you're here. Sometimes you're here. He would say, knowing how to troubleshoot a gizmo or something while comping is vital. At least have some knowledge of Python, not necessarily to know how to write the whole tool. Completely agree with you, GLM. Completely agree with Alexander Richer's approach. Absolutely. That's why I was saying that you should still learn. You should not do what I did, which is not learn it. Let's see here. Another question. So Susanna asks a question again. Best CGI post-production studio in Europe at the moment. Well, there is no denying that the best visual effects post house in the world is double negative. I mean, DNEG is by far, in my opinion, the best studio in the world. I think it's a very, very close match with maybe Framestore. I just think DNEG is amazing. They do some outstanding work. Now, having said that, I would also advise you to keep checking Union. Union VFX has been doing amazing work, and they have a great culture. They just won the BAFTA for Poor Things, and they have done a huge amount of work in the more independent filmmaking side. So check out Union VFX. But I definitely think that DNEG is... I guess between DNEG and Veta, they are always kind of winning the Oscar, one and the other. I think ILM is very good, but unfortunately, I just think that they haven't had a lot of luck lately, you know. I thought they were going to win the Oscar with the creator, and they didn't. But I don't know. I love DNEG. I love the approach that they have in VFX. I just think they're great. It's probably my favorite studio at the moment. And I apologize if anyone from other studios is listening. I'm sorry. I love you all, but I just think that they've been doing some really good work. And Union as well. Sandipan asks, hi, Sir Hugo. Another Sir Hugo. Come on, guys. Don't say sir. What should one like me should do for getting into the industry, and at what point should I focus on being like you? Well, you can't really be like someone else. You have your journey, I have my journey. Don't focus too much on that. I think people sometimes forget that they need to do their own journey. I feel like there's really no way. I don't know how I got here either. I feel like it's a bit hard to answer that question. Just keep doing good work, be productive, be proactive, you know, always over deliver. That's, I think, the way you do it, you know. Raulgi95, I've watched your video on capturing HDR, and I was wondering how to process pictures to get the final HDR. So for a long time, I use PTGUI. That's the industry standard for this kind of stuff. So whenever I process HDRs, I mean, I'm sure other people have other opinions, but I do love PTGUI. Again, I'm not paid by them, but I've been using them for a long time. So I would really recommend to check them out. They are amazing at processing HDRs. I've been using them for years. That's the way I process HDR on all my productions, all the projects I've done. So we'll really advise you to maybe check that out. It's a really good software, very cheap as well. Yeah. Let's see here. Green color strategy timeout. Yes. Hi Sajal, how you doing? Hope you're well. Okay, let's see here. Studio dev is like the last time with Foundry. I don't know what that means. Okay, yeah, Sajal says PTQ as well. Sajal is asking, is there a free alternative for Speed 3? Not sure. You can... Okay, you're suggesting. Okay, cool. I think I'm done with the questions, I believe. Let's see here. So... someone is asking about black point matching, and someone has already answered. So I'm not gonna do that. Which country... Metal Duel asks, which country is the best for learning compositing? I don't know. Like, that's a hard question, I guess. I don't know. Like, you don't really need a country to learn compositing. You can learn it online. You can take a course with me, or you can take a course with Victor. I mean, there's courses online all over the place. I don't think you need to be on a country specifically, to be honest. Don't think so. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on, because yeah, the struggle is everywhere. I can see everyone talking about the struggle. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave the questions for now. Okay, so we can actually do some compositing. Remember, we are going to join and redirect the entire stream, all of our viewers, to Victor Perez and support him. And don't forget to tell everyone on the chat that you came from Hugo's desk. Want to make sure we show support to Victor, okay? Okay, so finally we get to some compositing. So remember last time we were reviewing and going through shots on this project, the Walking Dead project that I did for Fire.Smoke. And we opened quite a few shots. I believe we opened 3 shots. I think we opened this one already. We went through it, the projection system. And I think we also opened up... What was the other one? I think we opened up this one, the one with the trees. Yeah, we did 2 of them. So today, and if you have questions, don't forget, you can keep them coming, but you wait a bit more to the end. So let's do at least half an hour compositing now, and then just rewrite your questions again. And I will get back to them. Don't worry about that. And we'll have the giveaways as well. Don't forget, we are giving away a Nuke license and giving away the Nuke script, the Nuke course as well. But I have 3 more shots that I want to show. I've opened one here. So the one I've opened is this one. I'm just going to go to the script here. Just a second. So breakdowns, I believe the one we're going to go through is this one. So if I go to the breakdown of that shot. So the shot I'm going to go through is... where is the breakdown? Yeah, that's the breakdown. So I'm going to just trim this. I should have done this before, but, that's... this is a live script, a live stream. So, okay. So that's the one. Okay, and then the end is there. Okay, so that's the one that we're going to go through now. Very, very stylized shot. Absolutely stylized. And I guess this entire project is highly stylized, as I explained before. So keep in mind that it's not the typical project that you get in film. It's more like a commercial or music video driven shot. And so I just wanted to like show you kind of like some of the ways that we went around to do this shot. Sorry. It's really hot here, so I keep having to like drink something because it's really, really hot. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Sajel, for doing that. You don't need to do that. Thank you so much for moderating, putting the questions on the chat. You didn't need to do that, but I really appreciate you going through that effort. Really appreciate. Okay, so this shot here, which went through a lot of variations, I'm actually going to show you. As I told you before, I love this idea of showing you the versions that we went through. So this was the first version of this shot, which is literally just a projection system with some blood on the floor. That's it. It's a really simple version of this shot, as you can see. This was the first version I sent to the client. We had 19 versions that we sent to the client. So we went through this one, and then we kind of like started putting some grit into it, scratches, and trying to get it to look a bit more grungy. We then went to this really extreme black and white, highly exposed version. We then had a slower camera move. We then did a sideways camera move. We were kind of experimenting which one would be the best. Remove the red of the blood. Then we started putting zombies. Again, the zombies were captured with the Kinect at the time. As I told you, like that's how Juan Brockhaus, my CG supervisor, did that at the time. And then we started establishing a more final version. We had zombies there. We kept doing versions. We changed the zombies. We had a lot of feedback on that. We then started putting glows and warmth and sun into it. We then started having more feeling of three-dimensionality with the scratches and everything. And then we went backwards, actually, and I think that's the final version. Yeah, that's the final version. So that's the final version of the shot that we did. Now, the script is like this. Just cancel this, and put this in full screen. So this is the script. It doesn't look as scary as it seems. Remember always that I'm running an sRGB LUT here on the viewer. It wasn't an sRGB LUT at the time. I had a Rexon 09 LUT synced with my monitor. I'm not doing that here because I'm streaming to YouTube. Don't really want to put the LUTs, otherwise it's going to be too dark for everyone to watch. That's why I did that. Okay, so never mind these lines. These are just clones. That's why they're here. This entire thing started with this matte painting. So this is matte painting from Robin. Remember, we talked about Robin Florin. He was the matte painter, concept artist extraordinaire that worked on this project. We've talked about him before. We actually went to his Instagram account. You can watch the previous breakdowns. Remember, this is the 7th stream I'm doing. So you can go back. I think it's on stream 5 or 6. And remember, I have chapters on every stream. So whenever you want to see a specific stream, you can do that. I think some people forget that, and because I sometimes get like messages of people saying, oh, it's so long, the stream, and how do I get to that section and this and that. And I think people sometimes forget that if they go here to the playlists and they go to the deconstructions, for example, if we go to number 5, which was a month ago, if you go to that one, I'm just gonna remove the sound here. There are chapters, you see. You can see them on the side here. You can also see the replay as well. And you can go directly to the chapters. I've took the time to put... I always have to watch commercials on my own videos. I took the time... How many commercials can I watch? Jeez, YouTube is so much worse now. God damn it. Okay. So, is it going to start anytime soon? Okay. Guess so. Yeah, so as I said, you can see the chapters down here. If you scrub, these are the chapters of what I'm doing. And then the chapters show up on the side. You can see the chat replay. And if you press more here, you see these are the chapters. So for example, if you want to see a specific part of what I talked about, you can go here directly. Like if you just want to do the deconstruction, you go and click 19 minutes in, you click there, and you just see that. So you can skip all the commercials, you can skip all the chat, the Q&As. I always go through and make sure I put chapters on everything. So that's it. Okay, so this is the matte painting Robin did in Photoshop. I'm not going to open Photoshop. We did that last time. So these are all the layers he's built. And as you can see, I've separated them here all. And you can kind of see that this is the kind of stuff we have. We have like a background, then we start having the layers and the buildings and the bins and the walls, and every single thing was split by Robin. He split it up because then we wanted to actually do a projection system for this entire thing. And as you can see, these are all the layers in Photoshop. Some of them are painted, some of them started with 3D, but they're all kind of like running through a Photoshop file. Now, that Photoshop file then goes into the geometry. Now, the geometry, I think it's this one, yes. That's the geometry I got from... Yeah, that's the geometry I got from Juan Brockhaus. So you see, that's the geometry... No, that's not the one, sorry. That's the one. Merge, just a second. Scene, I think... No, it's not here. I'll go to the bottom here, it's easier. And then I'll show you in a second the translation. So that's the geometry. Really basic geometry made in Maya just for the projection system. So that's the geometry. It's really not that good, but it doesn't really matter. It's just like really simple geometry that we've built to make this alleyway have some kind of parallax going. Not the most technically achieved thing. It doesn't really matter, you know. Okay, so once you see that, you can kind of see that that's what we see, you know. Like, obviously now we can't see it because we have all these layers of dirt on the front. That's why we can't see the projection. But you get the picture. So, okay. Let's go back to here and go through the script and real quickly go through it. So as always, we start with the main matte painting, and so from there, let's see here. Now the matte painting was at the time made in 5K. Reason for that is because when I'm projecting, I like to have like higher resolution, but this was way too much, and so we were delivering for HD, and so to make it a bit more gritty and to make it even a bit more grungy, we reduced by half. So the whole project was running at 2.5K, so 2500 by 1500. So that was more than enough for us to project things and to make it all work. That was the plan, at least. Yeah. I just noticed that... Oh, I see. This is... apologies, you're gonna have a little small glitch on the stream, but just give me a second and I'll be right back because I have a little warning here and I need to fix it. So let me just do it real quick, okay? So stop. Okay, I think I'm back. Apologies for that. I had like a little warning here on my console. You know, basically I had a little warning on here, like on my ATEM Mini Pro, and basically the caching was full, and so it was about to crash the stream. So I had to like just bring it down for a second, rebuild the cache of this thing. and then bring it back to stream. So apologies for that. I had like a, so you might have had to like reload the stream or something. But I think we're back, and just please let me know if everything is okay. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully all is good. Do you guys like my new angle here? I have like an 8mm. Like that's the lens I use for the HDRs, actually. By the way, but because of the crop sensor of the camera, you don't see the 8mm. It's actually cropped. Yeah. Wobble. Is it wobbling? I guess it is if I shake it. It's a earthquake. Oh my god. Yeah, it is wobbling a little bit, I see. I guess I need to like put a little support there. Yeah, it is wobbling a little bit. You're right. Didn't notice that before. That's how do you reach things behind the desk? Well, I have a pathway behind the desk, so you don't see it here, but I'll put wide and you'll see it. Wider. You see? You kind of see behind my desk there, where I have my silicon graphic over there. That's a pathway. Of course, you're watching an 8mm lens, so you can hardly notice, but that's enough. I'll go there and show you. Hopefully you saw me there. Hope you did. Let me just put the lens back. Oh, the silicon graphic? Yeah, I know I shouldn't have had it on the floor. I know. I understand that. It's just there because I'm about to do a video with it. And so that's why it's on the floor, because I have a bunch of compositing softwares installed on it. Legal licenses, by the way. A friend of the show loaned me the machine. And so I have the machine over there. And so I have a pathway there so that I can connect cables behind. And also you can see my lenses and my cameras, my softwares, my awards there. It's all the pathway behind so that I can control all the cables behind everything. It's basically like behind the show. It's not for sale. It's not mine. It's a loan. It's not for sale. So, anyway, sorry. Apologies for that. Didn't mean to like bypass my script, my stream like that. I hope you enjoyed that. That was probably a nice touch. How can I get that shirt you're wearing? I don't know. Like, I got this shirt from the foundry. I believe they sent it to me. Yeah, they sent me like a package at Christmas with like a notebook, a t-shirt, and a bunch of things. They were very kind and very nice to me, and so that's where the t-shirt comes. But I believe on some streams, like sometimes when they do events, they also do that. So maybe do that there. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to this. So as I was saying, I was reformatting here, and then from there, let's see here. From there, we start with the background. So the background is really simple. I'm just basically shuffling the background. The background is just like white. That's the main background. And then I have the texture as well, which is this scratched texture. This was also created by Florian as well, by Robin as well. And we basically just merge them together and create this as a floor. Did a bit of color correction here. And then this gets projected, not really that it needs to be projected, but it becomes part of the back of a card there. So that's the first 3D. And again, I explained this before that I tend to split my 3D projections and 3D elements so that I can very easily control layer by layer by using edge blurring, light wrapping, rotoscoping, color correction. Anything that has to do with 2D layers and 2D nodes is kind of easier to control when you convert from the 3D system into a scanline render, and then you have it in 2D so that you can work on the shots. At least I prefer it that way. Okay, so then from there, we get that merged on the floor, and then we have the first buildings. Now, the buildings, we have the back wall, which is just there, which you can kind of see that's just the back wall of the alley. And then we have the last building, which is that building over there. And then we have this building here is over here. And then we have that building on the other side. Now, that all gets merged. So we have the back wall, that, and that. That all gets merged together. Again, I've merged them because if I wanted to do some color correction, I could have with grades. I always like to have my scripts very organized so that I can have access to sections of it. So that if I want to control a certain part of it, I can go there and put something there. And I've been doing this for a long time because I also do this when I need to do breakdowns. It becomes a lot easier when you're doing breakdowns. Okay, and so then that gets color corrected, a bit contrasted, so to match the rest of the look. I then get multiplied by scratches, so I have like this layer of scratch, like this textured scratched. I kind of like color correct it and then merge it with a multiply, so that we have a more gritty. See, you get like this kind of gritty breakup of everything. So yeah. Okay, cool. So funnily enough, you can still run Shake. So Raul is asking about Shake. You can still run Shake. I can run Shake. I have an old Mac Pro from 2009 that runs Shake. So I can open those scripts, so it is possible. You can't open Shake on the current version of macOS, but you can open on older Windows and you can open on older macOS. So if you install an older version of macOS on a very cheap machine, then you can run it, And in fact, like a Mac Pro 2007 and Mac Pro 2000, that's not going to be more than like $100 on eBay. It's going to be really cheap. Okay. Then this goes to a Project 3D in the 3D system, and then goes to Apply Material. And basically, this is where we start the projection system going through here. And this is a projection system to that piece of geometry that you saw. And then basically that gets in to there. And so I have a switch here. The reason I have a switch here is because if I want to convert the whole thing to 2D, just to work on the compositing and grading, I can just switch it directly, so it's like a faster method. That's why I have that there, so. Yeah, so then that gets merged. Let's see here. We merge it on top of the background. That's the first layer. Again, merge it like that because if I wanted to do a light wrap, I could. That's why I have it there. Then we have the mid buildings, and the mid buildings are the same process. I have the back of the main buildings, and then I have the front of the mid buildings, and I have the other building on the other side, the other building on the side, the color correction on the buildings, and then I grunge it up with this mask that I told you about. And then I again project it into a 3D system. And again, very simple projection going on here, like just really to simple geometry. And which just gives you this, like if I go through it here, you can kind of see it's really hardly moving. I think it's because, wait a minute. Oh, sorry about that. This is not locked. Just a second. Where's my... Oh, no, that's the wrong camera. That's not the camera. It's the camera. Wait a minute. Where's the camera? Camera render. Oh yeah, that's the camera that I need to open. Sorry about that. Sorry. It's not moving much. As you can see, it doesn't move much. So it's very, I mean, in hindsight, if I would have done it this now, if I knew the client didn't want so much movement, because previously, if you look at the versions, we had a lot more movement before, and that's why we created the projection system, because we thought we were going to go through this shot quite a lot and quite fast, and so we would have a lot of parallax like this, you see, because that's why the projection was made in the first place. But we ended up not really doing that. We did hardly any movement. So in reality, the projection was a bit not that necessary. But it at least it gave you a little bit of dynamic, a little bit of parallax. At least it gave you that, So it is. I still think it's better, Okay, so then of course that get merged on top there, and that gives me this. And so now we're getting somewhere. We have a street. We have, obviously, I'm deconstructing this and going through it node by node with you. But obviously, when we did the shot, we didn't do it this way. We first just did layers, and then I did the projection. I didn't went with projection right away. That's how you usually do these scripts, and that's why I have 19 versions, because you slowly get there. You don't do the shot all the way right away. Okay, and then from there we have the foreground building. So again, foreground building starts with that one. The actual one here from the staircase. It's pretty heavy, as I can see, which is a bit weird. Is my caching not on? It's paused. Give me just a second. I didn't think the cache was on. That's why it was taking so long. So just give it a second. He's just caching the last few nodes. Oh my God, there's so many questions here. Damn, guys, you guys are not playing around. There is a lot of questions here. I can see that. While I'm waiting for this to cache real quick, I'm going to give you the link. I'm waiting for this to cache. Giving you the link to the giveaway. Remember, you can earn a free Nuke Indie license. You can also win today a Hugo's Desk Nuke course, which I will do after the next break, and then the Indie license will be at the end of the stream. And also, if you don't want to wait, remember that right now I have a new 50% discount for spring. I'm celebrating spring, and so if you want to buy my course, any of my courses, I have 2 courses, you can buy them for 50% off by just using spring savings as a code, yeah. I think I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot to put the media here. How did I forget that? That is weird. Yeah, I completely forgot to put it here on my list. Apologies for that. Just a second. I'm just trying to sort out a little problem here. I should make my garbage truck on fire meme part of my system here, because when I have a technical issue, I don't have access to it at the moment. I need to sort that out. In the meantime, you just have to wait a little second there. Just give me a second, and I'll be with you in a minute. Just a second here. Okay, so here you go. That's the one I want, and that's the one I want. 1, and then 2, and then that's it, I think. And then 3. Okay, so 1 and 2. That's the one. Okay, cool. Now it's working. Okay, so as I was saying, I forgot to load this up. Apologies for that. as I was saying, you can win the Nuke. It's almost over the caching. Doing a little break for caching in Nuke. As I was saying, you can win a Nuke license at the end of the stream, courtesy of the Foundry. They have given us a free license to give away. So that's giveaway number 1. Giveaway number 2 is the Nuke Compositing online course, which will be just after the next break. And we are going to do the break soon, very soon. And so once I finish the shot. And yeah, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, don't forget, as I said, we're going to join Victor today live. We're going to do a redirect at 6. That means all the viewers of this stream will be redirected to his stream at the Foundry. So don't go anywhere, because we'll redirect and everyone will go there. And please don't forget to mention that you came from Hugo's Desk stream. Okay, so it's cached now, so I can now get back to work here. Okay, so that's the projection. So basically we started with that side, and when we merged with this side here, and then we merged with that side as well, and then we just give it a second. Okay, and then we did a bit of color correction, and then we multiply it with multiple parts, and so then that gets projected into a 3D system with just 2 basic pieces of geometry. And we also have like a really simple piece of geometry there for basically the escape route, the escape stairs that was on the photo. You can see it there, you see? There it is. That's the escape route, the emergency exit, which I have as well there. So, and then we... Okay, so... and then we go here, and we just like... That's what we have so far. The entire, like, hallway and the street is there, and then we kind of merge into the next layer. Yeah, Camcall Films. Yeah, this is a very popular thing on Twitch. On Twitch, we used to do this thing called raid, which you're on a stream and then you can raid to someone else, and that means all the viewers go to that stream. Now, obviously, YouTube is mimicking that by having something called redirect, which is effectively a raid. It's the same thing. So yes, you don't need to go anywhere. You stay here and you'll be directly there. It's still going to be an hour until we go to the stream. So, okay. Then from there we have the final thing, which is the ground. So the ground is very self-explanatory. We have a floor. Just give it a second. And then we basically color correct. This is the floor. And we also have this blood splatter that Robin did, which we've merged and made red, and it has a reflection as well. So we have the mirror shot. So we basically, this is a very, very Photoshop way of doing a mirroring. So we basically just like, you know, we have the floor. That's the floor, which is pre-multiplied. Then we have the blood splatter, which is also pre-multiplied. And then we have the same image but mirrored, and we also pre-multiplied. And then we basically grade that with the mask of the blood and merge it on top to have a fake reflection on the blood. And then we merge it, and then that way you see we have like a fake reflection of the rest of the projection into the blood. Obviously, this is a completely fake fabricated reflection. It's not real at all. Okay? It doesn't even like respect the laws of physics. But if you look at it here, if you look at the final comp, it kind of works. Like if you look at the final version here, if I loop this, you see that it kind of looks like there's a reflection there. It's not even moving much. It's very subtle, but it's enough, you know, more than enough. So, okay, so go back to Nuke. That gets color corrected quite aggressively, gets multiplied by the grunge layer, and then it gets projected into a floor. Again, very simple projection, just a camera projection to a floor, which is that one there. So that's projecting to the plate there. And you see it on that plate of 3D. And then basically that's it, really. You get like this, a parallaxed floor. And so from there, we have this. We have that, which is the entire hallway, and then we have the floor, which was missing with the blood. And then we have some props. I mean, the props are really simple. We have like some extra props that should be on the projection. I think we have a sign as well. We have some traffic signs as well. And we have like also like a garbage chute there. They all get merged and projected, and the same process. And then they get merged on cards so that they have parallax on top, and then they're there having parallax. And that's why when you look at here, you can see the sign. So it's this thing, the air conditioning, and also this thing here, the escape route, that they all have parallax, you see. They kind of look like they're three-dimensional, but they're not really three-dimensional. There's just like a really simple projection, really. Nothing fancy on that. That's really it. Okay, so what else? Oh, thank you for saying that, Susanna. Really, thanking. Thank you so much for saying that, Susanna. Appreciate that. Okay, so then from there we have, I believe, for the first time, we have, what is this? I can't even remember anymore. Oh yeah, these are the hordes of zombies, and so let's have a look at them. There they are. So these are basically the hordes of zombies. Wait a minute. They start at 1001. Apologies, because my script by mistake is not locked. Not sure why it's not locked. It should have been locked, but it's not. Now it's locked. So now we should see the hordes of zombies. Really simple hordes of zombies, as I said. Like, this was done by Juan Brockhaus. He basically captured this using a Connect. So it's him on all of them. It's like basically every single one of them is Juan Brockhaus. He's just pretending to be a zombie. He's not a very good actor, but he doesn't need to be a very good actor. I don't believe zombies need to be very good anyway. We all, of course, have like an utility pass as well, which includes some Z-depth as well. Not that we didn't really use the Z-depth. And then we also have some specular pass as well. So this is a really simple comp. We have the beauty. I then merge with the occlusion, the fake occlusion, and then I merge it with the specular extra. And then we have also a little bit of a raw diffuse. This is not a rebuild of the geometry, okay? Just want to let you know that. Like, this is a fake method. It's just to make them look stylized. We also have a shadow as well for the floor, for the feet. And that's there. And then we also merge the shadows so we can have the shadows there. And then we basically have some grunt texture on him. Now, we also have this frame hold, which is set to increments of 2. What this does is that, as if you notice, the geometry is quite smooth because, of course, it's rendered at 30 frames per second. And so it becomes quite smooth. We've put like a frame hold with an increment of 2. That means that that's why they look jittery. You see, if you look here, they're moving almost like they're in animation. So they're moving on 2s. So instead of moving on 30 frames per second, they're literally moving on 15 frames per second. So that's the whole idea with this. So yeah. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the script here. Let's see here. So, and then We have a bit of color correction on them, and then they get merged. Now, they are already rendered in 3D anyway, so they just get merged on top directly because they're already on the floor, on the correct floor. And then we have like a light trap that we have here that we've made. This is basically just like a diffuse light trap using the alpha channel. It's like a light trap, but it's a group. So if I open it up, you see that's the light trap that we've built at the time. I'm not going to go through this, but it's like a gizmo that we created. And then we merge that, and then that gives you like a bit of an extra glow of the light coming through. And then this at this stage, this is just the projection system. So if I go through here, I'm just gonna like lock it there. So you see that's the projection. It's gonna be very slow. I still don't understand why why projection systems in Nuke are so slow to playback. I wish that they did like a more real-time playback system inside of Nuke. It's really slow and painful to play back, but I think that's how it is. There's really nothing we can do about it. Yeah. Okay. And then this is gonna be too slow. I can't even project it. So then we have the texture as well. So now this is just this kind of like grungy texture that we have on top, which I've projected on top of a card. And that just gives you this. It just gives you like some extra layers of dirt on top of everything. That gives you this, which is also moving, by the way. So if I play it back, not sure why it's so slow. I'm not really sure, but this is really like this. You see this layer of extra dirt and texture. These are just like multiple layers of dirt and texture. There are in 3D and different cards, and that's why you get like this parallaxing of cards and dirt passing through the lens. That's how we've done it. So yeah. I love that Joe Letary is still here talking on the chat. It's not Joe Letary, by the way, guys. Just want to let everyone know. Okay. I'll go through the questions in a second. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll go through the questions in a minute. After the break and after the giveaway, the first giveaway. Okay, so now we have the... basically, give me just a second. This is just loading. Just give it a second. Please wait. It's just loading. It's just loading. It doesn't stop loading. That's how I feel. It just doesn't stop loading. It doesn't stop loading. Just a second. I'm just like, I had to like reload the thing because for some reason it stopped working. Of course it did. Because why wouldn't it stop working? Oh my god. Apologies for this. Just having like a little technical issue here and I'm solving it. I know my screen is not on. I understand that. Don't worry. I'm just like trying to fix this problem before I load the thing again. I'll be with you in a second. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I'm up again. It crashed and it's going. Sri Ram is asking when will it be the next show review. Next show review will be next week. Remember, we do streams every week, and so we alternate between compositing and show reels. So this week it's compositing. Next week it's showreel reviews, and then the week after is compositing. We always stream every week on Thursdays at 3, but we alternate between compositing and we alternate between between showreel reviews. So if you want to have your showreel review, just submit it now on the links of the other showreel reviews. You can submit it there or message me in social media, you know. Okay, so the dirt then goes on top. I'm not sure why it's so slow, so I think when we do the break now, I think I'm going to restart my machine because something really strange here going on. It shouldn't be this slow. And then that's it really. Like then we basically finally reformat to HD. So this is how the shot looks before any color correction. So this is kind of like a bit more raw from the matte painting with no real color correction, you know. Don't worry, I will reply to the questions in a second. I'm just like going through this thing. You can stop spamming the chat. I will reply to the questions, but I'm just doing some compositing now. And then we have some grade using some radials. So I basically have a little bit of grade on the side there, and then some I'm brightening this area here. So this is basically bringing brighten up. So we have a little bit more brightness to show that part. And then we brighten that area there as well. So these are just like some localized color corrections with some ramps in radials. And then at the end, I have the floor there, which is just being color corrected by there. So you see, I have a color corrector color correcting this side, the color corrector color correcting that side, and then a color corrector color correcting that side. And basically, it gives you this. You basically get, you know, if you look at the whole shot here for a second, we have that side, this side, and then the floor. We then have some diffusing going on, which is not, it's very subtle. It's like weighted blur. And then some glow. I have a two-step glow. I have one glow on this side, the other glow on that side. So I have like a more spread out blur and a more focused blur. And I basically merge one and then I merge the other. And then we have a flare as well. So this is a flare done by optical flares that we put on top. So we have like some sun and light coming through the area there. And then we have a final very aggressive color correction, which we've done, which gives it, like, we basically have some contrast that we've applied. This is nothing more than, if you look at it here, so I'll show you. Right, what's happening here? It's not opening. I think my Nuke is like, see, I can't load it. Why can't I open it? Oh, wow, that's weird. That is a bug right there, isn't it? Because I can open the other ones. Can't open that color corrector for some reason. Okay, but you can... I can't move it. I don't know why. So I have some saturation, some contrast, some gamma, some gain, some midtones as well. Basically, and some lift. The lift is basically just giving some blues into the blacks here, see? Just to give it like some life to it. Counterbalance this red, basically. And then I have some vignetting. Vignetting done by this radial, basically just like some lens vignetting that gives me this. Pushes the middle, darkens the sides, that's it. And then I have some sharpness. The sharpness is just to break up the image. I want to break up this, you see? Make it more look like a comic book, really. That's the whole objective there. And then some chromatic aberration. Quite extreme chromatic aberration that I'm applying to here. I put a lens distortion as well, just like a fake lens distortion. So basically you get that, you see? You basically get this lens distortion bowing everything. And then like some final adjustments and the color correction. And then I have some grain, which I've applied on top. Some Luma grain as well. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the final shot. And that's the final shot there. So loaded in Nuke as an EXR. Yeah, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this shot. I have 2 more that I want to show. Not sure if I'm going to do it today. It's already 45 minutes to go with Victor's stream. And I have so many questions. So, but yeah. Yeah, so that's the shot. Yeah, my Nuke is, there's something acting up. So I'm going to like load the QuickTime instead. Because for some reason Nuke is like acting up. So that's the shot. That's the final shot. Very stylized. So yeah, so that's a good question, Juan. You're asking about the lock tool in. The reason I have the lock tool in here is that if you don't put a lock tool in to protect your sharpness, it's going to break. By the way, I have a clamp here. Only reason I have a clamp is in purpose. You don't usually put a clamp. I put a clamp because I want to like make a look that would look clamped. I want a very high contrasted stylized version, and so I clamped it more. But if I don't put the lock tool in, it breaks the edges even more. So for example, if I look at this dude here, you see, if I disable the lock tool in, you see that, you don't really, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I wasn't showing that. So you see, if I disable these and I enable, sorry, you see, the sharpness, that was the wrong, and that's the sharpness. So the sharpness, without the lock tool in, it breaks the blacks. And so they become almost negative. And so the lock tool in just helps me not have that breakup. And basically the process is very simple. You basically convert to log so that you have a much more washed out image. You then sharpen a lot, and then you revert the log. So basically you have one lock tool in and another lock tool in. The first one converts from linear to logarithmic, so it makes it washed out. And the second one does the reverse. It converts from logarithmic to linear. And basically, that allows you not to break the sharpen effect. Basically, you don't get black levels on the sharpening. This is a very common practice whenever you sharpen something, to use a lock tool in. The same thing you do when you do transformations, when you do lens distortions, anything that has to do with transformation or filtering the image a lot. Yes, it's a color space sandwich. That's a good way to put it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do a break now, a 10-minute break. Remember to stretch your legs. Remember to drink some water. When I'm back, we are going to do the giveaway of my Nuke course. Then we are going to basically do some questions. And then we are going to like redirect our stream to Victor's stream at 6. So his stream is in 45 minutes from now. So I'll see you all very soon. Don't forget that during the break, it's 10 minutes long. I advise you to stretch your legs, of course. But I am going to be playing, during the break, I'm going to be playing the commercial from the Foundry, and I'm also going to be playing the commercial of my wife's book. So this is just a commercial, just like a TV ad. You can just skip it and be back in 10 minutes. So in about 10 minutes, we'll be back. And I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all very soon. Don't forget to stretch your legs, and I'll be right back.
Foundry's Nuke is the industry standard tool for compositing in the film and TV industry. We've produced and curated all the essential resources for learning Nuke and preparing you for the profession, as well as recommendations for other training resources. You'll learn compositing fundamentals, rotoscoping, keying, tracking objects, color management, 3D compositing, and much more. Our objective is to empower artists with all the knowledge they need to push their skills to the next level. Jump in and start learning today.
Hello everyone! I'm super excited to give you a glimpse of my first cookbook, Green Recipes for All, featuring over 50 dishes inspired by amazing Mediterranean food. Inside you can find recipes made with a variety of fresh, healthy and versatile ingredients and popular plant-based products. These are great choices whether you already follow a plant-based diet or simply wish to cook a few weekly meat-free meals to reduce your overall meat consumption. In the book, you'll find a wide range of new and exclusive recipes from soups and big salads to main courses and desserts, as well as some of the most popular recipes here on my channel, such as the perfectly cooked non-stick rice or the tabbouleh-style bulgur and mixed bean salad. Not forgetting a new version of the delicious tofu chocolate mousse. So, if you'd like to have a look at my book and try some of the recipes, just visit any Amazon marketplace and order a copy, which is available in hardcover, paperback or digital formats. Hope you enjoyed the book, have fun cooking, and see you next time.
Okay, we are back. I hope you've rested your legs. I hope you drank some water and rested your eyes for a few seconds. We are back. Thank you so much for everyone that is still being here. So, okay, so this went really quick. I thought I prepared 3 shots to go through with you guys, and I only managed to go through 1. This is weird. We already been going for 2 hours and a half. I can't believe it's gone so fast. So I guess don't forget that we are going to be doing a redirect to Victor's stream at 6. So just stay here and it goes directly to his stream automatically. And don't forget, if you can give me that no sound. Okay. You're saying no sound, or you say mo sound? What does that mean? I think there is sound. I can see sound on my can see the sound going here. Is the sound going? Like, is the sound not going? It's definitely showing up on my thing here. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. There's so much delay on the chat that I never know if it's like oh, we can hear you. Okay, fine. So yeah, don't forget to mention on the chat that you came from Hugo's Desk stream. I just want to make sure we show as much support as possible to Victor's stream and to Victor Perez, because he's doing such an amazing job on the industry, sharing all his great content. Okay, so we're gonna start with the giveaway. So the first giveaway is going to be for my Nuke course. That's the first giveaway I'm going to be doing. Remember, if you still are not part of that giveaway, this is your last chance. So this is for you to win a Nuke course for free. So last chance for you to be part of this giveaway, which I'm going to do right now, before I go into a few questions. And then after the questions, we're going to go to a Q&A, and then we're gonna do the last giveaway, which is the Nuke license. Okay, so last chance if you wanna get a Nuke license. I have, let me see how many people have signed up to this thing. So I have 80 people have signed up. Okay, so I have 80 people that potentially can win this. So let's do this giveaway and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna do one winner here. So winners, let's see what happens. Draw the winner. So draw. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the winner of the Nuke course is, I should get a sound of a roll, don't I? Like when I'm doing the roll here. The winner of the Nuke course is... Okay. I think that's the name. Yeah. So the winner of the Nuke course is Andressa Magalhães. So, Andressa Magalhães. I guess that's how I pronounce that. Andressa Magalhães. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're here. If you are here, just please say something so that we can congratulate you all for winning the Nuke course. Oh yeah, you there. Okay, great. So you've won my Nuke course. Remember, I will email you with the email that you've put on the giveaway. So you're very happy. Muitos parabéns e muito obrigado por estares a ver o stream. E é muito bom, o curso vai para o Brasil hoje. Muito obrigado, Andressa. Okay, great. So we have a course that goes to Brazil today. So congratulations on that. Now, as a surprise bonus, I'm going to give another course. Why not? Now, Andressa, I'll send you an email in a couple of days. It always takes me a few days to send to everyone, okay? So as a surprise, before we do we're going to do a few Q&As before we do the before we ramp up to Victor's stream, I'm gonna do another winner. Let's just do that. And let's see here. So just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm gonna announce another winner. And let's see here. So the next winner is, let's see if they're here. So I'm gonna just like roll the dice here again. I'm feeling generous today, so I'm gonna give a second one. So second Nuke course goes to... Now, I don't really have a name, a full name. At least the person that wrote this didn't put the full name, so I'm not really sure if it is like this, but the second Nuke course goes to Raul, I guess. I don't have a second name for you, so I only have a Raul here. I'm not sure if you're here. Hope you are. Congratulations for winning the Nuke course, Raul. Congratulations. Hopefully you're here. Let's see here. Hopefully you're here. Congratulations. If you're not here, I'll roll the dice again. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. Are you here? You think it's you? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, because I can see it. I can see it by your other name here that you posted here. So congratulations, Raul. You've won the Nuke course for free. So just like I told Andresa, I will contact you soon for you to have access to the Nuke course. Okay. So congratulations, everyone that won the course. I hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah, congratulations, Raul. You've won the course. Okay, so now I had all these hopes that I was going to do more shots today. Not entirely sure we will have a lot of time to do that, but just so you know, the other shot that I want to do next, before we move on out of this project, is I really wanted to do... Where is it? I wanted to do this shot as well real quick. So not sure if we have time today, but if we have time, I don't think we do. We only have like 20 minutes left for the stream, and I have a lot of questions. But let's do the questions as well, because there's so many of you doing questions. But that shot would be a similar shot to the other one that we had anyway. So we just mark that I've done that one. That one is done. Okay, that's the one. Oh yeah, no, there was another one. Sorry, no, never mind. My mistake. There is another shot as well that I wanted to show you, which I am going to like open up here and just show you what I mean. So it was this one. Capital, that's the one. So I have this one as well that I want to show you as well, which is also a projection system with some zombies as well. So yeah, I want to like open this script as well. But I think we'll probably do it next time, because I'm not sure we have time. If we have time, we'll do it in a second. I do need to go to some questions, because I promised some questions, so we need to like go through them real quick. So let's just go through the questions here real quick. We don't have a lot of them, so I think I'll go fast through them. Okay, let's see. And don't forget that we are going to be joining Victor Perez stream at 6, and I'll do just a redirect. And a couple of minutes before, I will do the giveaway of the Nuke Indie license as well. Okay, so some of the questions I have here, let's see here. So Rob asks, Hugo, have you played with confu nodes inside of Nuke for endpaint to clean plate? Are you finding ways to use AI as a tool for compositing? So Rob, I'll be honest, I have never used confu nodes for endpaint or clean plate. I have not. The only thing I've used in related to anything with AI has been the machine learning nodes that are existing inside of Nuke for copycat. And in fact, that's what Victor is going to be talking about on his stream as well. So those are the only ones that I actually have used. I've never used Confi UI. No, I've never used that. So I'll have a look, of course. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm still kind of like really not using AI in production at all because of all the legal ramifications that AI have. So I am staying away from it until everything is legal and by the book, because I just don't want problems with legal ramifications that might bite me later on during the production. So I kind of am waiting. Anything that I'm using in terms of machine learning or AI based would have to be something that is processed in a local capacity with my own images and my own templates and my own data. I really am worried about using data from other places because I don't know the provenance of that data. And so that's why I would not use anything but the machine learning nodes of Nuke as well. So let's see here. GLM Studio GH asks, outside Nuke question, have you started working with DaVinci Resolve 19? Not yet, no. I'm running DaVinci Resolve 18. I'm not running 19 because it's beta, and I always stay away from beta softwares. I never use softwares that are not released. The reason I do that is because it's too unstable, and then, you know, if something goes wrong, I prefer to always be a couple of versions behind so that we don't have any issues and we have a more tested and tried software. And also, by running earlier versions, you have the capability of finding more support and more people using that version that you are using. Because if I start using 19, not a lot of production houses are using 19, and then I might have issues with it. So I never jumped the gun with the latest version. As you probably noticed when I was doing the deconstructions, I'm not even running Nuke 15. I'm running Nuke 14. And I always go a version before because I'm kind of still unsure the entire pipeline will work in my computer before I do the plunge of changing it, you know. Okay, so let's move on to more questions. So Sinkar Paudel asks, I want to be a family man as well as directing and supervising great movies. Impossible it might sound. Well, it's not impossible. I know a lot of family men that have supervised films and have very successful supervision careers. You just have to find a balance. You have to find a way to maybe work 3 months or 4 and then stop. And a lot of my friends that work in film, they work in waves, you know, like they would work 3 months in a row and then stop, or 4 months in a row and then stop, and sometimes 6 months in a row and then stop. And so as long as you have the time to stop and then restart and gather money to not work for a few months, then you'll be fine. That's a way that you can do it. Obviously, if you have very young children, that might be tricky. But if you have very young children, maybe consider working in projects that are a bit short term, or maybe consider working in projects that are local to your city or local to your country so that you can return to home on the weekend, for example, or something like that. That would be my advice to you. Okay. I really wanted to just mention one thing. I wanted to apologize to anyone that was expecting a lot of deconstruction today. And I know we only had like 45 minutes of deconstruction, but I'll be honest, like I like this. I like to answer questions, and I was a bit overwhelmed by questions today. But I hope you are enjoying the questions as well. I do like to do Q&As. I feel like it's a great way for all of us to work as a community and to also like go through difficult questions and questions that you might be considering. So I hope you have enjoyed the deconstruction, even if it was short, and also enjoyed the Q&A. But as I always say, I am going to include chapters, so you can skip the Q&A if you want to. I will put chapters on everything on my YouTube channel videos always. I do hope you've enjoyed it anyway. And I can see there's a lot of people on the stream right now. There's like over 75 people right now on the stream. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. We are going to redirect and raid Victor's stream. So automatically my stream, as it shuts down, it goes directly to his stream. And since I have so many people here today, I just wanted to remember everyone, please support Victor Perez by posting on the chat of the Foundry stream that you came from my stream. I want to show our support of our community. I want to inundate his chat with Hugo's Desk messages, okay? So if you could be so kind to write, I just came from Hugo's Desk stream, just so that people know that you came from there, you know. Okay, Susanna asking, how long is the 50% discount? The discount is until the end of the month, so it will be until the end of May, okay? Until the end of May, so it will be until the 30th of May. Okay, so another question here from Para Studio. Hugo, first and foremost, thank you very much for all the amazing content you are sharing. Well, Para, thank you so much for saying that. Much appreciated. I was wondering if you have used Octane plugin for Nuke. If so, what was your experience? So yes, I have tested the Octane plugin for Nuke. I have found that the Octane plugin for Nuke at the time that I tested, which was a couple of years ago, maybe it's changed, I maybe need to change to test it again. At the time that I tested it, I felt that it was a bit convoluted and complicated. I didn't feel like it was very straightforward. And so didn't really enjoy my experience, and I much prefer to have a 3D department, a 3D artist, and they are rendering on their side inside of Houdini or using Redshift, or Redshift is the software that I normally use for rendering. And so I would not naturally go to Octane, but I just wanted to mention that I personally found, I tested like about a year ago, I personally found that it was a bit overcomplicated and a bit not really integrated with Nuke. So yeah. Okay, other questions. I have a question here from Val Arts. Val Arts asks, Hugo, I was on Victor's live stream yesterday and I mentioned to him to do a breakdown for his short film Echo. He says that you can reach out to him for the project files to tear it apart and do a breakdown on your stream. That is very nice of you saying that, Valarts. I will definitely reach out to Victor. Victor has been meaning to come here in person on my studio, and my idea is for him to sit right next to me here. So I'll put a chair, of course. There's no chair here right now. But I will put a chair here, and my idea is to have him right next to me, and we were going to do some show reviews. And so I think I might ask him that then. Maybe I'll ask him to bring the files, and we can deconstruct the shots together. That would actually be a great idea. So thank you so much for the suggestion, Val. That is a great suggestion. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the time. We still have 15 minutes to go on Victor's stream. So Victor's stream, which is, I'm doing the warm-up for it. Victor's stream is in 13 minutes. And don't forget, don't leave my stream. It will be you will automatically be joining a stream as soon as it starts. Don't worry. It is a redirect. But we also are still doing the giveaway of the Nuke Indie license. So stick around for that. Stick around for the Nuke Indie license that I'm going to be giving it away. Okay, next question. Okay, Susanna is asking, and Sigel has already answered, but I will also briefly answer. Susanna asks, is deep compositing commonly used in live action shows? So deep compositing is mostly used on high budget productions, like, you know, really high-end films, mostly by VETA or ILM or DNEG or MPC, those studios which have a very robust pipeline and a very large pipeline with a lot of artists do use deep compositing. Smaller studios do not use deep compositing as much, and commercial studios use even less deep compositing, because you do need to have a very robust pipeline to actually get the most out of deep compositing. So, just so you know. Okay, so let's see here. Sid Ram asked, I already answered, when is the next show review? It's going to be next week on Thursday. Susanna asks, sorry if already said, and maybe I missed it, but how long did it take you guys to finish this shot, and how many people worked on this? So you're referring to the shot that I was breaking down, and so I'll put it up on the screen again. So you're referring to, I think, where is it? Do I have it here? Wait a minute. Did I close it by mistake? No, I didn't. I still have it here. So you're referring to this shot. So that's a tough question, because we worked on this project for 3 months. I think it was 3 or 4 months. But as you probably noticed, if you go back and watch the stream 5, we had a lot of versions, and a lot of shots weren't even. So this project was one of those projects that we kind of like did a lot of shots that ended up never being done. Okay? So we had a lot of shots that were never delivered because the project went through a lot of phases. And so it would have just been maybe a month of work for all the shots, but it ended up being like 3 or 4 months because we did the trailer so many times in so different styles. We had the trailer in cartoon. We sometimes had the trailer in 3D. Then we ended up with this version, which is closer to the comic book. But it did took a long time to get there. And it was only 3 people working on this project. No, 4 people working on this project. It was only 4 people in total working. Maybe it was 4, maybe it was 5. It was not a lot of people, and so that's why. Just wanted to let you know that. So it's hard for me to say how long that shot was, because I'm not entirely sure. Because we did all the shots in one go. Okay. We have 10 minutes, so I'll do the giveaway of the Nuke Indie license in a minute. And while I have that in mind, I will put the link. So if you are still interested on getting a Nuke license for free, courtesy of the Foundry, there's the link. You can still sign up for it. We have... Basically, how many people have signed up? Let's just have a look. Yeah, because we have 10 minutes to go, and I have some questions still to go. So let's see here. How many people have signed up to it? So we have 105 people. So we have 105 people to win the Nuke license. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to keep going with the questions, and I'll do it in a second. If you haven't signed up to it, just do it now. Don't forget. Let's see here. So, yeah, one was asking about the lock to lin. I've already answered that. Rob also asked, would you use the lock to lin to key for green screens? No, not really. Like, the locked... Well, sometimes if I have a hard key, I might convert it to logarithmic and try to key it that way. But I don't usually do that. But I know that some people do that. And in fact, Ricardo, which is one of the teachers on my course, he does that on the course. So, okay, let's see here. So, Radit asks the question, does Nuke work with GPU, not using AI? Asking because everything when I work or rendering everything is loading only on CPU. GPU is using like 5-10%. Everything possible GPU is enable. So GPU is very, very, very little used inside of Nuke. Nuke is mostly a RAM CPU based application, but certain nodes use GPU. So, for example, I'll give an example. If I open up Nuke real quick here and I show you. So you see, for example, whenever you have a node, you see, like, I'm going to just go to the side here. Whenever you have a node, like, for example, a grade node, the grade node doesn't use any GPUs, for example, or the color corrector doesn't use that as well. But, for example, if I put a bokeh, doesn't use it either, you see. But if I put a motion blur, let's see, a motion blur node, for example, you see that? Local GPU. And, for example, if I put the denoise node, for example, not that denoise. Well, there's only a few nodes use GPUs, just so you know. So it's like the OFlow uses it as well. For example, let's put the OFlow, not the OFlow, the Cronus. Sorry, it's the I think it's the Cronus. Am I wrong? Yeah, see, whenever a node is using the GPU, you'll know that because it says here, you see, local GPU. In my case, I have 2 graphic cards. I have 2 Radeon Pros with 32 gigs each. So I have 64 gigs of VRAM with 2 GPUs. And so whenever a node is using GPU, then it says here, the ZD Focus node, for example, is another node that uses GPU, you see? ZD Focus node, local GPU. All the other nodes that don't say local GPU are not using GPU directly. Obviously, they're drawing to the GPU, but they're not using the actual acceleration of the GPU. Only the ones that you see here. And obviously, in the settings of preferences of Nuke, you also see it through here. So if you go, for example, to hardware, you see that I have 2 GPUs being used for the nodes that have GPU. Okay? Hope that was clear. Okay, so we have 7 minutes to go, so I'm going to do the giveaway. Yeah, the copycat uses GPU. And by the way, some people, like don't forget that the copycat actually is supported by AMD now, so as well on the Mac. So, for example, if I put a copy node, let's say, for example, I put the copycat node here. It's going to take a while for it to open. So you see, the copycat node does detect my AMD cards on my Mac Pro. So, and the copycat node on the Mac now detects the AMD cards, and it also detects the metal M1, M2, and M3. So that's also a possibility. Okay, so let's do the giveaway because we are almost running out of time. And I don't want to be late for the stream with Victor. So don't forget that do not go anywhere because we're going to do a redirect to Victor's stream, okay? You don't need to go anywhere. Automatically, everyone will be redirected to it. Okay, so let's do the giveaway of the Nuke license. So, yeah, let's do that now real quick. Okay. So, Nuke license, courtesy of the Foundry, a free Nuke Indie license for free. Okay? So let's do that. Let's see who won this. And then we'll answer a few more questions, and then we will redirect directly to Victor Perez stream. Okay, so let's see here. We draw the winners here and see who won. We have a potential of 110 people to win. Good luck, everyone. Okay, so the winner, let's see here if I can get the winner of the Nuke license goes to, just give me a second. The winner of the Nuke license, and this is a Nuke Indie license, which is worth £500, is Roll. Let's see here. So now this is a tough name, but I have their name, but I'm not gonna mention it on the chat here, but maybe they'll be on the chat. I hope they are. So the winner of the Nuke license is Dr. Dr. Siak. I guess that's how I pronounce your name. Dr. Siak is the winner of the Nuke license. Congratulations. Are you here, Doc? Is the doctor in the house? Are you here, Doctor? I hope you're here. Congratulations for winning the Nuke license. You still here? Are you here? If you're not here, I'm gonna roll the dice again. So, because remember, you have to be here. Let's see if they are here. Speak now or forever, or I'll just roll the dice again. Yeah, that is correct. That is you, Federico. I can see that it's your name. So congratulations, Federico. You've won the Nuke license. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to everyone here doing it. Okay. I think that's it, really. I think I can see the stream is quite delayed. I can see the stream is quite delayed because I'm looking at the stream here on my... Yeah, it's very delayed. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to be so delayed. That is going to be a problem when I do the redirect. Or, oh, is it just... Oh, wait a minute. It was just because it was like acting up on my screen here. Congratulations, Federico. You've won the Nuke license. So I'll be contacting you soon. Well, not me. Foundry will be contacting you soon. Okay, cool. So we'll do the redirect in a second. We still have 2 minutes to go. And yeah, congratulations, everyone. And thank you so much for being here. It was really much appreciated for all to be here. Don't forget that we're going to be doing a redirect. I wanted to ask you a favor, please. Please be sure to support Victor's stream by telling everyone that you came from my stream. I want to show my support to the Foundry. I want to show my support to Victor's and the amazing stuff he's doing to the industry. And so please let people know on the chat that you've came from my stream. That would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to me for us to flood his stream. As you can see, it's 1 minute to go, so I'm going to be doing the redirect soon. I do apologize that I didn't maybe answered all the questions that everyone wanted to hear. I do apologize if we didn't go through as many nodes and Nuke scripts as we thought we did. Congratulations to the winners of the giveaways, and again, thank you so much for being here on my stream. It's much appreciated. I'm gonna wait for the stream to actually start their stream, because I can only do a redirect if the stream that they have started. So I haven't done the redirect yet. So stick around for a few more minutes. The stream hasn't started yet, and I'm gonna wait until the stream actually starts. Only when the stream actually starts can I do the redirect, and the redirect is not on yet. The stream is not on yet. You can see there's 170 people waiting for Victor's stream. We have about 68 people on our side. And don't forget, if you jump into their stream, don't forget to mention that you came from my stream. Just wanted to give them a little support. They haven't started though, which is weird. They haven't started yet, which is surprising. They're late. So I'll just wait until it's actually on, and then I'll do the redirect. But yeah, let's just see if it's gonna start soon. I guess it hasn't started yet. So come on, Victor, you go for it. As soon as it starts, I'll do the redirect, and then we can jump into his stream. And yeah, don't forget to say that you came from my stream. Truck on fire? No, it's I guess they should have one, right? Like that's true. It's fine. It's exactly 6. I mean, it's exactly on time. So it's me. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we can. I'm not sure if it needs to be on. Maybe it doesn't need to be on. Does it need to be on? I don't think it needs to be on. Kind of like this is all an experiment right now. We are waiting to do the redirect over here. Yeah. I'm just like I'm talking with Foundry here on the stream. It's just funny. Yeah. I wonder if the redirect happens if it hasn't started. Maybe it does. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Good wait for Yes, today is like the day of Nuke, isn't it? I really feel like that. That it's like the day of Nuke compositing completely. Look, there it is, Nuke Foundry, which is pretty cool. I think, yeah, I should have continued doing some compositing if I knew it was gonna be taking a few more minutes to go. So I might just like, yeah, still waiting. Anyway, if you have any final questions, I'm happy to. This is the second experiment. First was with the Foundry, yes. I guess. I wonder if the direct works or not. I don't know. I need to test this with them, really, to be honest. I really need to test this. Well, while we're waiting for them to show up, I'm going to answer a few more questions since they are not here yet. And then as soon as they show up, I'll just like stop and go to the redirect directly. Okay? So let's see here the last question while we're waiting for the stream to start here. Okay. So Camcall Films asks, I'm heavy into Unreal Engine and I would love Nuke Notes to have real-time versions, probably a pipe dream, but any thoughts on that possibility to happen? Well, I'm not sure. That would require a very huge rebuild of Nuke for it to support Unreal or to even support anything in terms of real-time, because at the moment, Nuke is running in OpenGL, so, and I think it's, at least as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is not OpenGL, but I think it is. But yeah, I think that would, I think at the moment that's a kind of like a pipe dream. I'm not sure it will ever happen, but you must know that the Nuke node, the Unreal node, is actually really fast because it's reading direct, you know, like direct to the viewer of Nuke. So it's like in real time being streamed from Unreal into Nuke. So in a way it is real time, you know. See another question here. Ani Radu Kanze asks, I've noticed that you use the color edge to repair edges in depth, but I can't seem to find it online. Yeah, so the color edge was a node that used to be available on Nukipedia, and it's gone. I'm happy for you to reach out to me. I'm happy to share it. I have it on my library, and I'm very happy to share it if you want to. I've been using the color edge for a long time. Having said that, there is now a color extend that you can also use, which works kind of the same way. And it's GPU accelerated. So, yeah, so... Okay, so they're starting. So I'm going to do the redirect, okay? So I'll see you all very soon. I hope you enjoy Victor's stream. Don't forget to say that you came from Hugo's Desk. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. And I'll see you all